Today I'm going to review a Doctor Who story called Galaxy 4. But first subscribe to my channel because I've got loads of stuff coming up. So get the subscribe button pressed. Galaxy 4 was broadcast in 1965 and it's the first story of season 3. And it's a 4-part story, but only one episode remains. That's episode 3. There's also a 6-minute segment of episode 1 still remains. For the Blu-ray release, episodes 1, 2, 3 and 4 were animated. You can watch them in colour or black and white. During this time, each individual episode had a title. Episode 1 was called 400 Dawns. Episode 2, Trap of Steel. Episode 3 was called Airlock. And the final episode was called The Exploding Planet. It was directed by Derek Martinus. Mervyn Pinfield was uncredited as well as a director. It was written by William Emms, who also did the novelisation in 1985. Galaxy 4 stars William Hartnell as the First Doctor, Maureen O'Brien as Vicki, Peter Purves as Stephen Taylor. Episode 3 was discovered in 2011 and was released as an extra on the Aztec Special Edition. So this is a strange story to start season 3 of Doctor Who. It is an interesting story though. It's all about bigotry, about not judging people by the appearances. The ugly creatures in this story are kind and good, and the beautiful women in this story are bitches, evil. So there's like a moral lesson to learn. So you can watch the animation in black and white or colour. So I thought I'd watch it in colour. It's interesting seeing William Hartnell's title sequence in colour. They've made it look orange for some reason. I thought it would probably have like a blue effect. But they've gone for orange. And it looks a bit strange somehow. It's not as good as the coloured version of the Patrick Troughton title sequence. That looked better, that. The last animated story I watched was Evil of the Daleks, and the animation in that was brilliant. Really well done, that one. When I watched this one I was disappointed with the animation. It doesn't look half as good. It looks a bit poor like the Web of Fear animation. It's like a step down from the brilliant animation of Evil of the Daleks. My main problem with the animation was the actual faces. Vicki looks like Vicki. Stephen looks a bit bland. But the worst is William Hartnell's face. It looks nothing like William Hartnell. And for some reason, when you see William Hartnell's animation, there's like dark shadows under his eyes all the time. Hey, Phil, that looks now like William Hartnell. Why's he got 2 fucking black eyes? It looks bloody ridiculous. Yeah, it looks now like the bloody First Doctor. Looks like bloody Rocky. After having a bloody fight with Apollo Creed. His bloody eyes are blacker than mine. Yeah, he does look like Rocky Bones. And another thing I've got against the animated episodes is they're taking liberties. They're making their own special effects that weren't broadcast. And they're changing things around. So you could say it's dramatic license to make it more interesting. But I think it would have been better if it was a bit more accurate to the 60s story. Because after all, that's why you're watching it. It's bloody daft changing the bloody story like that. The bloody next release will have bloody Tom and Jerry popping up. However, with these animated stories, it's always good because they use the original soundtrack. Even when the animations of a poor standard, it's still very important stories to watch because this is the best you'll get. It's better than just watching telesnaps. It's always best to watch them animated. Although you can pick faults with the animation, it is kind of the best you'll get unless they actually find the story again. So the actual story, I thought, the robots, the Chumbleys, they looked a bit daft somehow. The Drahvins, they looked really good, although the animation takes liberties again. You have scenes where they're getting plugged into these machines, and that wasn't in the actual story. It was interesting watching episode 3 though. That's the one that remains, and it was the first time I watched it. I thought the actual lady excellent in episode 3, played by Stephanie Bidmead. She was excellent, like really evil, and you get a lot of dialogue where she's talking to herself, like wanting to destroy the people on the planet. And she hates the Rills, so I thought she was really good, and quite good acting as well of her. And I don't think it's a good twist in the story with the Rills looking ugly but being kind and honest. The women, the villains of this story, look bonny but they're evil and you can't trust them. And another weird thing is, after watching episode 3, then I went back to the animation for episode 4. The sets look better in the animation than they do in the actual transmitted story. I did think it had a good ending though, when the planet gets destroyed and the leader of the Drahvins is still on the planet and she gets destroyed with it. I thought that was excellent, well done. And another little bonus is, towards the end of the story, you see the beginning of Mission of the Unknown. So you see a little bit animation at the start of that. And that leads on to the classic The Dalek Master Plan. So overall I thought it was great seeing a missing story animated again. And although it's not one of the best, it's still enjoyable and quite good. Unfortunately the animation, it is a step down from Evil of the Daleks. So I'll knock a point off for the animation. So out of 10, I'll give this one 7. 7 out of 10. If you do think Bones, you do like it. Thought it was crap, Phil. That little Tom Baker reviewed. Everybody, bye. See you next time. Like, subscribe and share. Bye.
Correctly.
Doctor, they're not deaf.
Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. I thought you couldn't hear.
We are not deaf, you know. Perhaps you